Open the door!
Sorry.
What's going on, guys? Hope you're all doing well. Now, for today's video, I wanted to talk about the new stuff that just came out for Jurassic World Rebirth. We're getting a trailer on Tuesday, but the new stuff that they've released for the actual TV spot, it's got a lot of people talking, and I have a lot of thoughts about the whole conversation around the film. So first off, it starts off with this really cool attack on the boat where the Mosasaurus is trying to capsize it. And I really like the idea of this thing looking more like a whale or some sort of animal that just like tries to hunt a ship as it's going. I don't honestly think we've seen this in any real movie that we can compare it to. In the Mosasaurus, I like comparing it to a whale here. You just get the size of the animal and everything while it's trying to attack them. Scarlett Johansson barely getting away, like almost falling into its mouth right here. Really cool stuff. I love the hunting that we're getting to see of the animal, and I am of the opinion that this creature looks way cooler than the last Mosasaurus did, even though I thought that one was really cool too. Now, the tone of the trailer right off the bat, like going into the whole T-Rex hunting in the water from the Michael Crichton novel, they definitely listened to the criticism they received from the first trailer, because this is just like 10 times more interesting, cool, and I saw a lot of comments from people saying that they're very happy that now Jurassic World Rebirth is looking like almost like something you'd watch on the Discovery Channel. It goes a long way, guys, and the aerial footage of like you see overhead of the Tyrannosaurus swimming before it like capsizes the boat and you see everybody fly out of it. I actually want to talk about the background too, because if you look at the terrain, you've got like a lot of wild cliffs with a whole bunch of foliage on them and a lot of trees that remind me personally more of something from the Lost World Jurassic Park, mixed in with like Peter Jackson's King Kong. So even though this is a tropical Thailand-like area, it's not all of that Nublar-esque jungle that we've gotten used to. And the T-Rex itself, man, I love it. I love everything about this Tyrannosaur. They've said in the past that they wanted it to be more like the Allosaur in the Valley of Gwangi, which great Ray Harryhausen classic if you've never seen that before. But I gotta say, I am really digging the way that Jurassic World Rebirth is presenting everything. It looks bigger than the buck in the Lost World. It looks really like terrifying with those teeth, and you know, the scene where the Tyrannosaur hunts the people in the water is one that fans have been waiting for literally years. As far as the D-Rex goes, the whole scene right here, do we really need to say it? It's just Gareth Edwards doing his Godzilla 2014 thing. Speaking of which, I like it, but I will admit it's so striking to see such a drastic change in tone to the Colin Trevorrow era. So the D-Rex itself looks like it's not fully grown here. Maybe it's, I guess they kept it alive for some reason. And like Godzilla 2014, you've got someone standing on the other side of an area. They're about to get destroyed. It does feel kind of alien to me as well. I don't really have any other thoughts to really talk about apart from another TV spot that recently came out that basically went over the plot, and they were saying like, well, Jurassic World Rebirth is about saving millions of lives through getting the genetic material from living dinosaurs. Not so sure why they have to do that. Not too much to really go over there apart from the Quetzalcoatlus attack, which also looks very nice, but that was more of like a story teaser to prep us for tomorrow. There is some stuff with the D-Rex that we could probably get into later on. If you don't want to be spoiled by anything, and I don't know that much, I just know what's been released in like articles, so if you haven't read the articles, you might want to click off right now. If you have, or if you just don't care about some minor like timeline things, you can continue watching this video. So it looks like the D-Rex was actually cloned around 2010 or 2008, sometime in the early years of Jurassic World. So when we were thinking that the whole D-Rex thing where it's been living there like since pre-Jurassic Park 1, it doesn't look like that's the case. It actually looks like what's going on is this was an island where they originally bred dinosaurs for Jurassic Park and did experimentation, but then Masrani InGen through Masrani went back to the island in the early like 2010s or late 2000s and started doing test runs on what dinosaurs would be like if you started making them bigger and badder. So before the Indominus Rex, before the Indoraptor, you have the Mutodons and the D-Rex, which I don't think they're hybrids, although I've seen a lot of people Basically, you could compare this to Chaos Effect, the toy line. If it looks like the Ankylorantodon, I really do think that's where they're definitely taking some inspiration. I gotta be real, I think what's going on here, timeline-wise, before we see the film, is that this was a test run before Vic Hoskins, like, was with Wu and did the Indominus Rex for Masrani. So they're just trying to make bigger, badder things. It's interesting, because I can see how this fits much more cozily with the canon, but we're gonna have to wait and see the final product. The tone in general, dude, is infinitely superior to the first trailer. No more quippiness, no more silly, like, you know, something crazy happened and then make a joke. This one actually makes the film look serious, and like it's going back to like, I'm gonna be honest with you, this doesn't look like a sequel to Dominion, even though it's in continuity. This kind of looks like what Jurassic World did, where they're like, we're a sequel to Jurassic Park, but we're in continuity with Lost World and Jurassic Park 3. So it looks like David Koepp's like, we're a sequel to The Lost World, but we're in continuity with like all the films. So all in all, my personal opinions are, if this movie looks and is presented tonally like a more documentary style Discovery, dinosaurs on this island with some crazy scientific fear and terror monsters like packed along with it, it's gonna be a pretty fun Jurassic Park movie, as long as it's well written and not cheesy and lame. Now, with that being said, I gotta be real with you guys, cards on the table. If this movie's bad, I mean, I'll give you my opinion. You don't have to agree with it or anything like that. My opinions on all of these films have changed over the years. I'm not gonna lie, if it's bad, it's bad, but the TV spot makes the film look good. I mean, like, just based on a like basic cinematography level, basic tyrannosaur hunting inside of the like water and the cool stuff with the Mosasaurus, it could have a horrible plot. It could be a horrible film. But the TV spot, bro, like, if you just don't want to see the movie, it's okay. But I gotta admit, I think a lot of people are on autopilot, because the other half, I was watching Tyrone Magnus, he was like, I think I'm gonna like this. And he's like, he didn't like the first trailer. He thinks that like a lot of modern movies today are basically terrible and on autopilot, like I think myself. The trailer, this little teaser looks good. The trailer might be terrible tomorrow, I don't know. But like, I that's why I'm like, bro, what, like, we can't say that every new thing is bad intrinsically without seeing it. I mean, if you look, this looks like the most Jurassic Park thing in literally years, bro. So like, I don't know, it's just my own opinion. I might walk away like hating this one, and a lot of people were disappointed that I had a lot of negative stuff to say about Dominion, but like, I'm just giving you my thoughts. All in all, I think Gareth Edwards was the perfect guy to come and direct a Jurassic Park film. I do think it will perform pretty well. I'm not going to lie, the reputation of the Jurassic Park brand is not so hot, so it could end up being somewhat of mediocre box office, especially compared to like the last trilogy. But I have a feeling it will bare minimum be better than Jurassic World Dominion and probably Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. It's gonna be kind of hard to top the first Jurassic World for like normal audience goers, because I see people to this day still really like that movie, and I loved it when it came out, but I'm more of a Jurassic Park and Lost World kind of guy, so like, we'll see what happens. Other than that, guys, I do want to ask all of you, what are your takeaways from this TV spot, and what do you think about the film overall right now? Do you think Jurassic World Rebirth is going to actually reinvigorate the franchise? We're gonna get some cool sequels to this. I think it's really good to critique things, but I do think some people are on autopilot and the other half are like, you know what, it looks good. Will it be good? We don't know. I think that this is the most exciting Jurassic Park film that they could have possibly made after the last trilogy. And I say that for a lot of different reasons, because looking at this material, it really does seem like they've taken a step back from the Colin Trevorrow movies, gone back to not only the Michael Crichton books, but also David Koepp's early scripts, and just said, we're going to be going in the spirit and like ideas of The Lost World and Jurassic Park 1. And you could even make an argument for Jurassic Park 3 with the, you know, embryonics administration and the Spinosaurus, albeit in that film, unfortunately, it's only like an hour and 30 minutes or something, so they couldn't really dive deep into what this film is doing with its much longer runtime for like an elaborate amount of time to really feel like you're in a big adventure. You put Jurassic Park 3, Lost World in a blender, add in the lore with Jurassic World, and you've got something like this. Anyways, guys, those are all just my own thoughts and opinions on the subject matter. What do you personally think about Jurassic World Rebirth and all the stuff that's been coming out for it? Looks pretty cool to me. We're gonna have to wait and see if it's actually good. Gareth Edwards is highly slept on, so it's all just my own thoughts and opinions. Whatever yours happen to be, I'd love to hear all about them in the comments down below. Now, before I go, I want to thank everyone that's helped me build my channel over the years. I'd also like to thank every one of you guys who've watched my stuff. You've all been extremely cool to me. If you enjoyed the video, I'd appreciate a like and hope that you'll consider subscribing. God bless you all. Christ is King. See you guys in the next video, and as always, take it easy.